Alright, this is the second time I've tried to record this because the first time the audio kept glitching out, so we're just gonna hope that that doesn't happen again. This is gonna be another tier list in the same vein as the Ween one I just did. Before we get started though, I am talking a little quieter in this one than I was in the Ween one because I am house sitting right now for a friend and he lives in a very, very thin-walled apartment and I don't want to get like a noise complaint. Also, I don't think they'll bother me at all, but there might be some cats in the background. I don't think they'll bother me though. Um, Today we're going to be talking about Sturgill Simpson, who is another artist that is very near and dear to my heart. I haven't been a fan of Sturgill as long as I've been a fan of Ween, but Sturgill has definitely earned his spot in my echelon of musicians I have a very normal relationship with. um, so yeah, let's just jump right into it. Starting with High Top Mountain, I'm gonna put that in A tier. Um, this is a very good album, very emotional, very personal. Like honestly, we don't see Sturgill get this raw for a while, I think. A lot of really personal songs on here, like Old King Cole, Hero. But there's also like a couple funny songs on here, like Life Ain't Fair and the World Is Mean. You Can Have the Crown. There's a lot of sides to this album, and there's a lot of faces that Sturgill wears, and it sounds great. I love the songs. There's like one or two songs I don't really care for, especially near the end, like the slower bluegrass ballads. I'm not crazy about them. Sometimes I get in the mood for them, but not all the time. So that's why it's only A tier. But a really good album. Like you can kind of tell Sturgill was like not on his last legs, but like if this shit didn't work out, he was gonna call it quits. Moving on, we have Metamodern Sounds and Country Music. Just gonna put that right in S tier. What is there to say about Metamodern Sounds and Country Music? It's my favorite Sturgill's album. It's beautiful. It sounds great. Some of the best guitar work I've ever heard in just any music ever. I love the songs. I love the messages of them. Some of the songs on them have genuinely just like changed my outlook on life. Front to back lined with bangers like Long White Line, The Promise. That's not a Sturgill song. That's just a cover, but that's a fucking good ass cover. A Little Light, Just Let Go. Just so many good songs, and I don't know how to talk about music, like I've said in the Ween video, so just go fucking listen to it. It's great, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. Moving on, we have Sailors Died to Earth. I forgot the name of the album for a second. That's another easy S tier. This album is very influenced by his time in the Navy, and you can even tell in other Sturgill albums how much his time in the Navy has influenced the dude, because he talks about the ocean and water in like every other song. It's just a really fucking good album. I don't have anything extravagant to say about it. Just front to back lined with bangers. Sea Stories, Oh Sarah, Call to Arms, Keep It Between the Lines. A really good cover of In Bloom by Nirvana. It's just so fucking good. It hits different notes for me emotionally than Metamodern does. I like the notes Metamodern hits for me more than the notes that Sailor's Red Earth hits. I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense to me, which is what really matters here. Moving on, we have Sun and Fury. Another easy S tier. I'm gonna do a lot of glazing in this album. I don't know if I've mentioned that already. I mentioned it in the first recording pretty early on, but I don't think I mentioned it in this one. I'm going to do some fucking glazing. This was my first Sturgill album. I think I was playing Borderlands 3 while listening to it, so I just associate this album with Borderlands 3. It's a very different sounding album from the first three albums he did. It's a very synthy electronic sound, not like the more country sounds of the first two albums are, I don't even know what you would call the sound of this album, like nautical. But oh my god, Sound and Fury is so good. Just, I love the sound of it, front to back, lined with bangers. Best Clockmaker on Mars, Last Man Standing, Sing Along, Remember to Breathe, Ronin, A Good Look is literally my favorite song ever. I remember I believe it was my junior year of high school. There was like a 2-week period where every day I would exclusively listen to A Good Look, just on endless loop. Whether I was driving to or from school, I was just like listening to music, chilling, I would just listen to A Good Look on loop endlessly. And I think even still to this day, it's my most listened to song on Spotify. It's just that good. It's so good. I made the chorus of the song my yearbook quote. And well, now everybody's worried about a good look, but they need to be worried about a good hook. Instead of skipping straight to the last page in that old rationalization book. He's saying about the music industry. That's what the song's about. But I kind of just like took it and applied it to my own life. Like, people are too caught up in how they look doing something instead of just doing it, you know? Just a great album, great song. Just go listen to it. Go watch the Netflix special. I used to work at a movie theater. I quit working there a couple months ago, and for my like going away party, I played that Netflix special on a big movie theater screen. It was fucking great. Hearing Sturgill on movie theater speakers, ooh, that's the good shit right there. Moving on, we have the Cut Grass albums. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in B tier. These are by no means bad albums, but they're just not anything new. These are like compilations of re-recordings of songs from his first 3 albums, also a couple songs from his Sunday Valley era, with a more bluegrass sound, and they're not bad. They're not bad at all. Just for the most part, I prefer the originals. There's a couple songs where I prefer the bluegrass rendition. Oh Sarah is the one that immediately comes to mind. I love how Oh Sarah sounds on this. I think it's on the second one. But there's also good stuff here. I really like All the Pretty Colors. I think that's a Sunday Valley song. That's a really good one. Jesus Boogie. Sometimes Wine. I think that's what it's called. That's a really good one. But yeah, it's just not really anything new. So moving on, we have The Ballad of Dude to Juanita. Gonna put that in A tier. It's a very short album. It's only like 27 minutes long, I think, and it's really good. I really like how it sounds. I really like the story it tells. But this might not be an issue for some, but for me, I don't ever really listen to the songs themselves. Like, I have to listen to the whole album itself, because it's a concept album. The songs are in a specific order for a specific reason. They tell a story, and I can't ever listen to the songs by themselves because I feel like I'm missing out. I'm not getting the full picture. That's just me. It might be different for you, might be different for someone else, but I never really listen to just the songs. I just listen to the album itself. I don't know if that's a complaint. It is to me. Like, it holds it back just the tiniest bit, but whatever. Moving on, we have, I believe it's pronounced Passage du Désir. Sorry if I butchered that. S tier. That's a really easy S tier. This was the first album that Sturgill had released after I had became a fan of him. I started listening to him in like 2020, I believe. Well, like, I heard, if I remember the timeline, I heard A Good Look from my Spotify recommended in like 2020, and then the year after that, I actually listened to Sound and Fury, and I think he had already released Dude and Juanita by then. So it was like a 3-year gap between Dude and Juanita and Passage du Désir. So this was the first album I had heard after becoming a fan of Sturgill, or the first album he released after I became a fan of Sturgill, and it's just so good. I think it's the most raw and emotional we've seen Sturgill get since probably High Top Mountain. I like the sound of the album. It's very yacht rock, like chilled, relaxed. You can really tell where his headspace was at. He was just very done with everything. Just a really gorgeous album too. Songs like If the Sun Never Rises Again, Jupiter's Ferry, Who I Am, Scooter Blues, One for the Road. Just, I don't really have the words for it. Just really beautiful stuff. And then sort of a really contrasting album to that, we have Mutiny After Midnight, his latest album. I'm gonna put that in A tier. I was gonna put it a bit lower, probably have it below due to Juanita, but I just learned like a couple minutes ago before recording this that they put the album out on Spotify and he included his rendition of Party All the Time, and I fucking love his rendition of Party All the Time, so that just bumped it up just the tiniest bit for me. But I think the big unique thing about this album was that he announced it was not going to come to streaming services. He said he was only going to put it on physical formats like CD and vinyl. And as soon as that pre-order went up, I pre-ordered that vinyl. You best believe me. But now it's all out on streaming services. One could say that I've been suckered. Sturgill suckered all his fans, but I don't feel suckered. I would support the dude regardless. He makes good music. He's not a shitty person. That's all I can ask. But this is a really funky, groovy album. A lot of really good songs on here. There's like one or two I'm not crazy about. That's what's holding it back from S tier. But a lot of just really good stuff on here. Viridescent, Venus, Don't Let Go. Ain't That a Bitch, Everybody's Welcome, Stay on That. I remember when I first listened to it, Stay on That was like stuck in my head for a good week, and I kept mumbling the chorus under my breath at work and just around in life. I'd be like, stay on that day, baby. Just mumble it under my breath over and over, and my coworkers would look at me like I was insane. Just be like, stay on that day, baby. Just over and over and over. Oh my god. It's just, you just gotta stay on that D till you hit that G, you know? But yeah, that's where we're at. That's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, let me know down in the comments your thoughts on Sturgill, songs, albums, all that good business. And yeah, thank you. Good night.